threatening law enforcement, attacking law enforcement, vandalism, trespassing on federal property, attacking other civilians, threatening other civilians, police force told to stand down and not intervene. Yet Governor Tina Kotek, which I'm going to be referring to as Tina Kotex because I've never claimed to be the most mature person on the internet, claims that they don't need any help. Their police force has it under control, even though they've told their police force to not intervene and try to protect the ICE facility and try to protect their civilians who are being hurt outside this ICE facility. And now law enforcement, while they won't intervene in anything else, they have arrested a conservative journalist. But first, let's hear from Tina Kotex about how they don't need any help.
We are in the central city of Portland, Oregon, and it is a beautiful day, and we are very happy to be here speaking with you today. In my conversations directly with President Trump and Secretary Noem, I have been abundantly clear with them that Portland and the state of Oregon believe in the rule of law, and we can manage our own local public safety needs. There is no insurrection, there is no threat to national security, and there is no need for military troops in our major city. Military service members should be dedicated to real emergencies. The members of the Oregon National Guard, their mission is to stand up and protect Oregonians, and they will do that every day, but they are not needed in the city. They are not needed here. And you can tell because you're here with me in Portland. You can see that this city is safe and calm, and it is a beautiful day to be here. For those of you who are here downtown or watching at home, you know that our city is not the place that people think it is from years ago. There is business thriving. People are coming downtown. They are enjoying this community. We have students who are ready to go see the Lion King tonight at the Keller Auditorium. People are going to the Timbers match. People are downtown shopping. Folks who are getting ready to go to work at the restaurant.
Yeah, most of Portland is just fine because Antifa isn't protesting Portland, Oregon. They're protesting ICE, federal law enforcement, doing their jobs. So yeah, while you walk around Portland, you might look around and think, well, there doesn't need to be any military here. Everything's just fine. It's just as hippy dippy as always. Let's go to the farmer's market. But when you go to the ICE facility, that's where you find it all. Because they're not protesting all of Portland. So yeah, you're not going to see National Guard all over Portland, like harassing people. No, they're going to protect the ICE facility because your fucktard ass won't do it. So let's take a look. Let's just take a look at how peaceful Oregon is right now. How peaceful. Fucking stupid ass sound bullshit.
Oh yeah, I definitely have a black eye. So that's what it's been like covering Portland for the past 4 months. Complete lawlessness.
Wow. They say it's just one city block. Is that even true?
That's not true. So it went from being a war zone to one city block, but it's actually several blocks where that is completely controlled by Antifa affiliated protesters who harass, assault, and threaten anyone who they perceive to be a threat to their cause, including journalists, local residents, and ICE agents. And the Trump administration is absolutely correct in deploying federal troops here because Portland police has completely abandoned this zone. They refuse to go in, and everyone that shows up is on their own.
So it's kind of like Chaz or CHOP was in Seattle. They just, I guess, secede this territory, cede it to Antifa, and they just let everything.
Look at the video right here. There's people literally assaulting someone right here on camera, but they have it under control. There's no police that are going to intervene in this because they were told to literally stand down and not interfere with anything regarding the ICE facility.
To Antifa, and they just let everything play out?
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. So last night I got assaulted and I immediately ran to a Portland police officer hunted down the suspect, chased her through the streets, and said, "This is my assault suspect. Can you guys finally do something?" And I had eyes on her for about 35 minutes. Portland police refused to come in and make an arrest. And I had 3 officers just standing there watching me try to hunt down this suspect. And imagine my anger when I go online after doing all of that about an hour ago. And I see Portland police put out a bolo asking for the public's help in identifying my assault suspect. So that is what it's like on the ground here in Portland. And it's time for a federal crackdown. The Trump administration needs to start treating Antifa like ISIS, the terrorists that they are, and put an end to them here for good.
All right. So Portland police say they're investigating. I guess you had spoken to a dialogue officer. I don't even know what that means, but he did nothing. So I don't even know what he's there for. Does it kind of feel like Portland officials, I can't believe I'm even saying this, but have formed some sort of alliance with Antifa?
Oh, absolutely. I would consider them Antifa at this point. Why not? So their whole agenda is to get ICE out of Portland. So they're trying to shield the public from what's going on down on the ground. But I have 4 months worth of video footage showing warlike scenes happening here. None of that footage is from 2020. But then you have Portland Police Chief Bob Day saying, "Oh, the videos that you guys are seeing are from 5 years ago." They're absolutely not. We have the evidence to back it up. And how dare he do that? I'm a journalist. I don't really say this often, but Portland Police Chief Bob Day, you need to resign. You need to resign immediately and now, because you are a horrible leader and it's time for you to go.
I bet Governor Kotex will be the very first person to try and defend freedom of speech. Meanwhile, she is completely ignoring the fact that there's journalists just out here trying to get the story, getting assaulted, hit in the face with an Antifa flagpole, but they have it under control. They don't need any help. And then we have a police chief who's actually lying to the public. Yes, he does need to resign. And no, their city is not safe.
At least 3 people arrested overnight during a chaotic protest outside the Portland ICE facility.
Bill Malugin was on the scene as it unfolded, and he joins us now from Oregon with the latest. Bill.
Ainsley, good morning to you. I can tell you things got pretty heated out here at the Portland ICE building last night. We witnessed a violent fistfight that left a man knocked out. We saw the burning of American flag, the macing of protesters, and multiple clashes with federal agents. We'll get right into the video and show you what we witnessed. Take a look. This was last night, one of those clashes. Federal agents bull rushing and arresting a protester who had stepped onto federal property despite repeated warnings. There was another protester taunting the agents on a megaphone, asking them what the feds were going to do about it if they walked on their property. Well, that guy found out. There was another video we had of agents chasing down and arresting a separate protester, though it's unclear what this woman was detained for. Now, take a look at this. We also witnessed a violent fight. These two guys had been jawing at each other all night long. Then the fists started flying. The man in the white shirt was pro-ICE. The man in the black shirt, anti-ICE. He was the one who got laid out with a punch to the face. Minutes later, we saw him appear to collapse and go limp with some serious swelling to his face. Federal agents had to carry him inside their building for medical attention. But guys, there was no Portland police around to intervene during any of this. It's an issue the Portland ICE director told me has been an ongoing problem due to local politics. Take a listen.
There have been folks that have been assaulted right down here on the street, even across the street, and it takes Portland police a while to respond, or sometimes they don't respond at all.
In the meantime, anti-ICE protesters also set this American.
What the fuck is that? Like, what the fuck is this? Is this like a freaking Therian or a furry? Like, what the fuck even? Is this a witch? Is she like a satanic witch or something putting a spell on ICE? What the fuck even is that?
American flag on fire before it was then ripped away by independent journalist Nick Sortor. He grabbed that flag with the flagpole, put the flames out, took the flag away, leading to him being cussed out by the protesters. More on him in a moment. But lastly, I want to show you this incident. We witnessed this female protester get maced in the face by a federal agent for unknown reasons. She had been yelling at agents, but we didn't see anything physical. Well, Portland police officers who watched from the sidelines then walked over after this and began collecting videos of the macing from witnesses who saw it. Officers on scene told us they are reviewing the incident for potential federal wrongdoing. And back out here live at the end of the night, the Portland Police Bureau says they sent in their rapid response team, but that was after almost all of the violence and tension had already finished. Portland police say they ended up arresting 3 people, one of which we can confirm is independent journalist Nick Sortor, the guy we just showed you pulling the burning American flag away. We don't know exactly what he was arrested for just yet. We're working on getting those details, but a night of tension out here in Portland, and the National Guard still has not arrived on scene yet, guys. We'll send it back.
Now, I'm not so sure about that girl getting maced at the end, okay? I'm not going to say anything about that. I'm not necessarily upset about it, but also, you know, somebody might be in trouble for that. But clearly we can see that this is not a peaceful protest, and there are people getting so tense that they are willing to fight, and the dude literally just got knocked out. So had the police actually been there to intervene, maybe he wouldn't have gotten knocked out. You know, maybe if ICE didn't have to do the local law enforcement's job for them, while they're talking about local law enforcement shouldn't have to do ICE's job. ICE is doing local law enforcement's job in Portland, Oregon. That's not ICE's job. Their job isn't to arrest assault suspects. Their job isn't to break up fights in the streets. Their job isn't to prevent trespassing and arrest people when they do it. That's the Portland Police Department's job. So you saw Nick Sortor in that video putting out a burning American flag and then walking away while he was being taunted by these psycho idiots. That freaking witch bird. I don't know what the hell that was. But let's see what he has to say about what happened.
Oh, he's putting it on the ground and he's making it worse. And now he's standing on it. Now he's standing on it. You're not supposed to stand on it. Oh, and now he thinks he's saving it.
You're ready to turn that phone off. Let me scan your body. I'll have a conversation with you. I'm just scan you for other universal precaution. We're gonna have a conversation about a bigger picture here. Shit's about to.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm shaken up and tired because you know, jail isn't not exactly a 5-star resort, especially out here in Portland. But you know, it's an experience that I'm hoping that we can make some good out of. And from what I've seen this morning, I'm pretty hopeful about that.
Well, so you and I spoke on the phone earlier. I've seen what stuff you've been putting out on Twitter. Walk us through, in your own words, what happened last night.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually, it's pretty simple. Jack, you know very well that these Antifa thugs hate when you video them in any circumstance, right? But in this circumstance, it's even worse because what's going on is these idiots, it's routine. It happens every single time. Close to the top of the hour, when DHS agents come out of the facility for either a shift change or they're letting a vehicle out, so they have to clear the degenerates out from in front of the facility, and they like to push back and assault these agents. They think that there aren't going to be any sort of repercussions, but of course, a lot of times there are. That's how you get these awesome F around and find out videos of them being maced. Right? So naturally, I'm going to flock to that. I'm a journalist. I'm going to show what is happening. And the result that happens, these guys that act like they're super tough are now on the ground crying like little babies because they decided to push an ICE agent and they got maced in the face. So they don't want the world to see that they're not actually these tough military type figures, that they're actually just, you know, I don't know if I can say that word on air, but
I'll say it. They're a bunch of little bitches. We'll get back to Nick Sortor in a second, but this is one of the little bitches right now.
Fucking told you, bro! I fucking told you! Hell yeah, bro! Fuck yeah!
Now he's sitting there cowering and shaking. Not so tough are you now, Mr. Antifa Pants McGee?
So Nick, so you're out there, you're filming. There's the maze. We saw the stuff with the American flag. What was going on immediately prior to? I mean, this you getting handcuffed?
Yeah, it was because they were upset that I was filming them after they were being maced. I was filming them on the ground crying. You know, they're on the public sidewalk. I'm on a public sidewalk. I can film whatever I want to in public. And there's nothing they can do about that. They don't understand that.
Of course.
Part. I mean, we're not dealing with the world's best and brightest here, Jack. So, and so they get mad, and their way of handling that, when you don't immediately give in to their demands, they come at you physically, aggressively. But I'm not going to just surrender to them and stop filming because they threaten me and tell me not to. That's not how I operate. That's not how any self-respecting journalist should operate. So they decided to come after me. They decided to chase me down the sidewalk, as you can see in this video. And there's 10 of them surrounding me. They try to jump in front of me. I'm actually heading to my car at this point. So I was trying to get through on the sidewalk, and they shoved me into this flower pit. And I got up and was able to like push my way out of the situation. And I go to the Portland police, and I stand next to this group of Portland police for like 7 or 8 minutes, you know, because that felt like a pretty safe place to be at the time, right? Little did I know I was going to end up being the one arrested rather than the people that just, you know, broke my camera, shoved me into a hole, and punched me. They didn't end up getting arrested. It was just me, as you can see in the video. And I mean, I was shocked by this. I did not, for a second, even when I was being handcuffed, I thought there were two possibilities here. Either A, they're pretending like they're arresting me just to get me out of the situation, like pretend like they're doing something. Or B, it's totally a case of mistaken identity. Never did it cross my mind in these first several minutes that they were actually arresting me for something. It was unfathomable. And they didn't know what they were arresting me for either, because it took over an hour for them to figure out what the charge was.
So what exactly have you been charged with? I mean, we can see in this video that you're clearly defending yourself, just like Kyle Rittenhouse, but here we go again.
Yeah, so they decided that that they could charge me with disorderly conduct in the 2nd degree. And, you know, funny enough, we were pulled over on the side of the road in the cop car for an hour while they were trying to figure out what charge it would be. They were taking phone calls from superiors and stepping out of the vehicle to do so that I couldn't hear what they were talking about. Shady as hell. Shady as hell. And they get back in the car and then say, okay, yep, you're being charged with disorderly conduct in the 2nd degree. And I'm like, okay, what exactly does that mean? What disorderly? You got to give me more of a description here. What was the event that led to me being charged with disorderly conduct? And they're like, well, it could have to do with 3 things. It could be either blocking the road, blocking the sidewalk, or getting in a fight. I said, okay, well, which one is it? And they're like, well, we don't actually know the answer to that question. So they were making it up as they went. And funny enough, ironically, Antifa is routinely doing all 3 of those things.
That's exactly what they all do.
On an hourly
exactly.
basis.
So Nick, before we go to that, then we got a couple of minutes left in this segment. And what was it like being in jail? I mean, the moment you get the handcuffs on you, I mean, it obviously must be very confusing.
And the police department claims that this was not politically motivated whatsoever. But how is that true when, like he said, the Antifa people are doing the exact same things that he was just charged with, and none of them are being arrested? But a journalist who just got his camera broken got arrested. For what? For what? Not only are they not enforcing laws when it comes to violent activity, vandalism, trespassing, and all those things, but there is also a noise law in Portland. And these people are protesting and playing loud music at all times of the night. So Portland has noise laws which are consolidated into Chapter 1812 of the City Code. These laws regulate various types of noise, including excessive noise, noisy animals, and the use of sound-producing equipment. The noise code aims to protect residents from sounds that could injure health or disturb a reasonable person, and it has been recently reformed to provide more fairness and accountability for residents and businesses, particularly those involved in music, which we don't really care about that. But obviously, the police department doesn't care about this noise law. And here's this woman that has just had absolutely enough of these retards.
Shit down! It's midnight! I will turn it down. I would love to. You just have to ask me, and I'm being nice even though you're screaming at me. Fuck you! I'm going back every night. I'm destroying and wrecking your shit. Turn it down. We the people need sleep. Motherfuckers, you're worse than dogs, baby. Where's the ice? What the fuck is this? You heard what I said, bitch. Talking to us calmly would be a hell of a lot better than. Go fuck yourself. You colonialize your fucking ass, bitch.
Go fuck yourself, bro. Stick that cane up your ass.
Come on, I'm ready to go. First domino falls. Fuck you. You know what happens? Jail. You know what happens when the first domino falls? Jail. Turn it out.
Hey guys, let's let another neighbor talk. Let's let another neighbor talk.
The irony of that little "see you next Tuesday" saying, you know, if you would just talk to us more nicely, this would go a lot better. Bitch, you're out there in the street screaming at fucking midnight, waking up people's children, waking up people that have to get to work early in the fucking morning. And for what? What the fuck are y'all doing? What the fuck do these people think that this is going to accomplish? Do they really think that if they yell loud enough and they keep doing this every single night and keep risking getting maced in the face and maybe even shot at with rubber bullets, who knows? Who knows? I wouldn't be mad to see it. Starting fights and wasting their time, that they think that if they do this long enough that ICE is just going to stop enforcing federal laws. These people do not understand how laws even work. They don't understand where laws are made. Otherwise, they would be in front of the Capitol building protesting Congress because Congress makes the fucking laws. Like, these people are the most retarded people on the planet. They think that they're really doing something. They think they're really saving democracy when all that they're really doing is going against democracy. Democracy works when we vote in people that we want to run the country. Laws are made in Congress. The Democrats had control of Congress for the past 3 years and did nothing about immigration policy. Nothing. They did nothing. And I wish that these people would stop being so retarded and realize that it's not that hard to figure out. It's really not that hard to figure out how the three branches of government all work together and how democracy works. It's really not that hard. And I wish that the Democrat politicians would stop putting all this bullshit into these people's heads and just admit, yeah, AOC should get on camera and say, yes, we had control of Congress for 3 years and we didn't do anything about this. Sorry, guys. It's not the Republicans' fault. They're just enforcing the law, which will never happen because they're demons. So leave a comment below. Tell me what y'all think about all this. Do you want these protesters coming to a city near you? Anybody out there in Portland watching? What the hell do you think about all of this? Do you support this effort to get ICE out of your city? This is completely useless effort to get ICE out of your city. Do you support disturbing the peace at all hours of the night for these smelly, nasty, jobless fucktards? Like, do you support that? Leave a comment below. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not already, and hit the like button. I'll see you on the next one.